Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. Y'all, welcome to whatever this Hawaii energy is on the table. And just so y'all know, I change out the fabrics because I have a pile and piles of fabrics that I did not use. Once upon a time, I was sewing face masks a couple years ago, and I had all these different variations of fabric. So I just do that to cover up the background of the table. So there's no other reason for that. But anyway, Divine Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? Divine Holy Spirit of the highest white light consciousness. What does the collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? I heard stand up, and then I heard take a stand in that closing statement just now of a question. Yeah. Whew. So let's see what's going on, y'all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your likes, your shares, your comments, and your added expressed interest in, how to better yourself on your spiritual journey. I assume that's why you continue to check in to receive those messages of healing and support. So I appreciate you for doing that, just for caring enough about yourself to do so, right? Yeah, we gotta put ourselves first eventually. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? I heard divine hope just now. I heard reflection and then recollection. So going back, thinking, pondering on things. I'm hearing restoral. Yeah. Leadership, I just heard we have the will card showing itself in the upright. Leadership. I heard natural abilities. Okay. All right. Well, let's see where this is going. This is good energy, y'all. Ooh, I just heard decompose. That tends to happen, y'all. I get the best of both energies. So, it's you gotta have the mix, right? Full card revealing itself in the pre-shuffle. Decompose. What is that energy, Spirit? What is decomposed right now? Anything else on decompose? So there's something surrounding an apple, like the fruit. I don't know. What does the apple have to do with the decomposed energy? Let's just keep going. All right. I appreciate the messages, Holy Spirit. Let's go ahead and shuffle. I heard compress just now. All right. These cards right here, they look like they want to come out, but something's holding them back from being revealed. So, I'm not going to force them out because they really didn't come out, but the energy is there. So I just wanted to mention that something's being forced to come out. I heard reveal, but I think we had something about a reveal in the channeling just a minute ago. All right. I'm hearing the big, and then I heard dun, dun, dun. Like it's the big... Dun, 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 dun. Like, what's to follow after that? That feels like some sort of lead up to energy. Ooh, 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 ooh. The bottom of the deck, y'all. Okay, here we are. We have the Seven of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck, y'all. So I'm being reminded somebody spoke up about something. This could be you, collective. It could be an energy surrounding someone that had something spoken up about against them that's connected to you. But y'all, somebody feels the ultimate betrayal right now. That's the overall energy. So it means that this person has learned of, somebody maybe coming against them somehow. But, the Seven of Swords isn't good either way, upright or reverse. But in reverse, it's worse. So this ultimate betrayal, Spirit, tell me more about this Seven of Swords reverse. I heard comedian just now. So it's almost as if somebody had jokes. Somebody has jokes or things were funny to someone. They found things to be humorous about someone else's lifestyle. What else, Spirit? What else? I keep hearing temptation, but along with that, just now again, I heard turn the page. Okay, so I heard spiritual leadership just now. Not to mention that car alarm sound that just went off, because at the time I heard it, but I didn't hear it. But then, I was led to point that out around the occurrence of whatever was being said at that moment. I'm pointing towards the window, y'all. All right, Spirit. So spiritual leadership. So I heard rise up, but it was in that song, We'll Rise Up. Can't tell you who sings it. All right, y'all. I feel like I'm in this energy stuck for a reason, so I'm just going to stay here and see what needs to be revealed. Tell me, Spirit, talk to me. What else is going on with this Seven of Swords reverse? Temptation again, and I heard it is done. So y'all, somebody fell into a trap of temptation here. Something that was, it looks like it was, I'm hearing destined. So it was definitely a trap, to get somebody to go along or for something to be made appeasing to them by way of temptation. But now this person is definitely feeling betrayed here. So we'll get into what's going on, you guys. But there's something surrounding that spiritual leadership energy that we left off on. And that's where I got stuck here, because that also is playing a role with this energy of, the betrayal. All right. I'm feeling led to start here, you guys. That's the overall energy. So let's go ahead and turn these cards over and see what's going on. Okay, so we have a Knight of Wands and we have a King of Pentacles side by side. But guess what, you guys? These two cards, possibly two masculine energies. Maybe it's the same person. It was turned over on top of this Two of Cups, y'all. So that Two of Cups speaks of a union here. Now, Spirit, tell me more about this King of Pentacles and this Knight of Wands. Why they were face down even on the Two of Cups. Tell me more about this, please. I'm hearing the word communication. A bout of. B-O-U-T. Having a bout of. And then I heard madness. So this rings of like an episode. Maybe it was a mental episode. So is it between these two, or what's going on, Spirit? Tell me more, please. Thank you. I'm hearing choose, and then I heard a choice. So somebody had a choice to make. I heard king, and then I heard leadership. Device, divide code. Could also have divinity somewhere in there. Y'all, thank you for your patience. I'm navigating through the energies. I heard divine execution, then I heard resurrection. So y'all, leadership, I mean, if we're speaking of leadership energies, definitions, synonyms, I mean, leadership would be like a sacrifice energy. Somebody who is rising up, because I heard rise up. Somebody rising up to a certain occasion or position. So I'm being reminded of the betrayal energy that's here. So there was some sort of position someone rose to the account of, but it was by way of betrayal. Or at least somebody's feeling that way about this rising up of leadership. All right, y'all. So I'm hearing, I'm seeing and hearing a conversation of just somebody questioning, well, why would you do that? Well, why would you do that? But it's a feminine, masculine. They're slender and they have nails. I don't know if it's their natural nails or acrylic nails. I'm not judging. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. And it's, how could you do that? is what I'm hearing. Like somebody is standing in a stance, like their body language right now is like they're having a hard time understanding something right now. But whoever's on the other end of them asking that question too, that's what I don't know right now. So Spirit, can you reveal who's on the other end of the question for me so I can see what's going on, y'all, with these two court cards? Because we're definitely talking about a relationship and betrayal, but I have one of them. I need to see the other person. Somebody's sitting down in a chair while the person who's asking, how could you do that? They're standing up. The person that they're talking to is sitting down in a chair, but they're holding their head down in shame. Like they have their hands like this and their legs are like spread and they're holding their head down. Like they have no words. They can't answer the question that they're being asked of how could you do this? Or how was this done? Or somebody's asking questions. So I feel like somebody revealed something to this feminine masculine energy or feminine male. Because the point that I'm trying to make is what I'm seeing. I'm just trying to portray to you that there was some revelation to this person, and it may have to do with something that what they heard or are hearing is bringing shame to the person that just said it, and then also the one receiving the information. So I'm just trying to make that clear of what I'm seeing. All right, y'all, let's keep going and see possibly what's being questioned, entertained. You know, why this person is hanging their head low after saying something, and then now this person receiving it is questioning. You know, how did it happen? I'm getting like this person's stuck. They don't know like how to even respond to what they were just told, other than like how, why, what made you. That's the energy, y'all. All right, Spirit, according to this Two of Cups, and not to assume, but is this like a relationship, a quarrel that's going on, like a same-sex sort of energy? Because I didn't want to put these two together in a relationship unless that was the business. But obviously the Two of Cups was here, and these two court cards were face down on that energy. So we're talking about a King of Pentacles here who is in charge of getting money, but they don't know how. You know, one would question, how do they get their money? They just have it, and they're busy all the time. They're always moving about, but it's like, well, where are they going? Is it a job? Is it a, you know? So there's something secretive and elusive about this King of Pentacles. And then that Knight of Wands energy could just signify what it was that they were up to in regards to quote unquote business. The Knight of Wands is someone who moves about in pleasure. These are pleasurable energies here that I'm getting with this Knight of Wands. Fire sign energy. Also earth sign energy. It's the same person. But the fire is looking for a good time, looking for a place to belong is what I'm receiving here. So somebody's on the other end of maybe learning how their significant other got money because they really had no clue. But the reason why something's being revealed to them in regards to, you know, what they were up to when they were in that Knight of Wands energy is also affecting the person who's asking the questions now. Like, wow, you know, that's the energy. They don't know how to even start with their questioning. Whatever was revealed to them by way of this person who's sitting down with their head hung in shame, who is also this Knight of Wands energy, it's bringing shame to them to have to say what it is that they were doing to get money, because there's a reason why they have to confess this. That's the whole point. That's where this betrayal energy is, like the ultimate betrayal. So somebody's receiving some news that they have to receive in order to move forward. I'm feeling like with their own personal health and even mental health at this point, could be for both parties. Somebody, this Knight of Wands can't hold on to the secret any longer for their mental health. And they have to tell their partner, Two of Cups energy, they have to tell their partner for their physical health what's happened here. Betrayal energy, ultimate. All right, so the Wheel card means things are going in a forward direction here. So this revelation for me means somebody gets to come out of the cold by saying this to this person, or revealing what it is that they've been kind of holding about how they get their money away from that person. With the Wheel card energy, it's going in the right direction, because that means that person had to finally confess. The body language said everything for me. It was something shameful. They didn't want to say it, but they had to. And now that they're being confronted about why, when, how, why, how, they don't have any words. They don't know what to say. They said what they needed to say, but they can't explain anything past that. All right, y'all. I believe we got it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Behind the Wheel card, we have the Nine of Pentacles reverse. So, you know what? The Nine of Pentacles reverse is giving me a lot of, I'm going to say this. Y'all forgive me in advance, but this is what I got. Because I feel like it's the energy of how this person got money. A lot of aborted babies. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean by one person. It could just be a lot of, maybe not a lot. I don't know how to even describe that energy, but it was a fact that possibly this person was having unprotected sex. That could be the energy, to where there was, a huge risk of, fathering a potential unwanted child. I'll say that. Because the practices of what they were doing. What else with this Nine of Pentacles reverse, Spirit? I'm hearing unhealed. So there was a lot of risky business here involved because of what this person was personally dealing with in their, from their own journey of life. So they chose to go this route to take from others. Now, the occupation that they chose, was their business, but the fact that they were putting so many at risk here, by way of this unprotected energy, because that's what led me to the abortion energy. So that, meant that it was unprotected on top of that. Now, the Death card speaks of transformation, you guys. So for me, that links into that energy that we just came off with, that Nine of Pentacles reverse. Like there's a divine energy here with this Death card. It's in the upright, so that means that a transformation is taking place here. And I feel like it's because of. So it's like step 1, step 2, and now step 3. Like all of these steps had to happen before this transformation could get here. So the fact that this person was holding on so tightly to what, this quote unquote secret was that somebody's finding out, that was like step 2, was the revealing of, to set them free, transformation energy. It's a truth that ultimately has set them free. Now the transformation, I don't know what step 4 is, but maybe we'll get into that. But I just know that that's the conclusion of that. The fact that they were able to, I'm hearing honorable, but there's no honor about this energy other than, the deceptive measures that this person was operating under. The fact that they stood up and finally spoke some truth. I'm hearing it's commendable just for that. Now, you know, this person is an absolute asshole, douchebag, all of that. But the fact that they finally spoke a truth, now this death card transformation energy can commence. So it's almost as if I'm being told it doesn't matter what they did. The fact that they spoke truth, that's worth its weight in gold. And the reason I say that, because what came upon me at that moment was there's no sin greater than the other. So maybe this person struggled with a religious background, that they wanted to hold on to not speaking truth because they knew that they were wrong. But there was just something that was uncontrollable. They just could not shake about what it was that they were doing. They couldn't let the lifestyle go, is what I'm hearing. But they knew it was wrong. They knew the things that they were doing was wrong. So the fact that they spoke up is basically setting them free. Free to what? Who knows? Who knows what's next? But at least they did that, is I say all that to say. All right, let's move on from this. So underneath this energy, I'll just start turning these cards over and we'll see. I obviously see this as the Queen of Swords, but let's see what's on top. And there's a card behind the Queen of Swords as well. But let's turn these two over. This is the position they were lying in. We have, oh, there's the truth. We have the Three of Wands, and then we have the Ace of Swords. This person was expecting to set themselves free somehow. So possibly they were already in the energy of, I need to save this. I need to save this. I need to save it. You know, like it was starting to drive them crazy to where they finally release themselves, because we have an Ace of Swords here. Of all the aces, the swords show up. This has to do with mental clarity, a new idea, a new way, a creative way of thinking. So they did that. They set themselves free somehow, y'all. I feel like this Three of Wands is an expectation of somebody, you know, this is giving me somebody sitting and watching TV. They're waiting for a message to come through, and they hear that it's what I'm being shown is somebody sitting at the TV at a certain time, a certain day, watching like their favorite show, but that same commercial keeps coming on. And then they start to pay attention. At first, it was a nuisance. It was an annoyance to them. But then the more the commercial showed to them, it showed itself as a personal message to this person. So whatever that was, y'all, this is giving me Benny Hinn. This is giving me like religious programming on TV when those shows would show up, and it's like, they're not talking to me. It's like, oh God, they're talking to me. Oh my God, they are really talking to me. That's the energy that I'm getting from this person who was on this end of doing something, this sin that's no greater than the other energy. They were doing something sexually and doing it for so long that they knew they had to make some sort of confession here. So they were watching something. This could be tarot readings. This could be on their phone, their device, not necessarily a TV, but something. They kept hearing a message repetitively to where it called them the F out. It called them completely out. And it's like it's a hardening in their throat to where they knew they had to say something. Y'all ever had that feeling? It's just stuck in your throat and your throat begins to burn. That's a feeling that I was getting with this back here, because they felt there was something shameful that they had to say, and their head was hung down. But I was also feeling that energy as well. To something was hung up in their throat for a long time. They finally said it, but we got to that energy with the Death card. They finally spoke up. Here we are with the Ace of Swords, a moment of truth. Something came through. Something came through visually, and I'm also auditorily through the visual, because they were watching something that was like pointed the finger right at them. And this Queen of Swords is possibly the one who did that. This Queen of Swords set this person free. They probably don't know this person, have no idea that this person, if they do know the person, they had no idea that this person, this Queen of Swords, exerted this kind of energy. They were called out. They were called out by this Queen of Swords. So these are truths on two levels here. I'm hearing the moment of truth two ways. They heard it and then they had to give it. Okay, underneath the Queen of Swords, we have the Seven of Wands here. So this is someone trying to stay on top of things. So I feel like this Queen of Swords had their share of adversities. Now, whether the Queen of Swords knows this person or not, could be a complete stranger, but this person, this Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles energy was tuned into this Queen of Swords somehow. The Queen of Swords with the Seven of Wands behind that lets me know that the Queen of Swords had their own setbacks. Whether it was with experience from this person by way of dealing with the same person, or, you know, them wanting to get messages out but couldn't. So they were fighting against things to try to continue to reveal truths themselves, but were caught up somehow. But they fought through it. There were so many things coming against that Queen of Swords, but they stayed on top, and in a major way at that. Like all of these sticks were, you know, these are old heads to me. These sticks are giving me, we've been here the longest. How dare you come along and start trying to speak your truth? So this definitely could be tarot card reader energy. Like, how dare you come along? You can't do that. You can't say that. At the same time, steady watching this Queen of Swords energy. I was just about to say, hell, this Queen of Swords could even be me. Because I feel like this would apply to so many people who are in a role of speaking truths, leadership. There's so many things that come against you. We had leadership energy in the channeling, y'all. I'm hearing the word oppression. I'm not surprised to hear that. That's the energy. Being oppressed by the oppressors. All right, one more card here. We have the Ten of Swords reverse. So this might be on the other end of this death card because, you know, I said I don't know what's after this death card, but they did what they were supposed to do because the Wheel of Fortune told me so. It's supposed to happen this way. Ten of Swords reverse just means, y'all, the swords are, you know, in the position and the energy that they resonate with, being negative, even with the Seven of Swords reverse, Ten of Swords reverse. It doesn't mean that this person, you know, their plight, their path, their history is in vain, because this is how it was supposed to happen. So we can't say bad guy, bad guy, bad guy. No, they finally stood up for themselves. That means they didn't continue the narrative of I'm in charge. They finally surrendered to something with the death card energy. Does that mean they get to move on happily ever after? Not in this lifetime, no. Not with that Ten of Swords reverse. But they did what they were supposed to do. So we can give them credit for that at least, right? Like they're no longer out here terrorizing victims. Because that Nine of Pentacles is the energy I was under with many people. There were many victims here. Yeah. Because I almost got caught up in numbers, but I said, nope, it's many, but not like many. I mean, they had their share, but that was their occupation, y'all. So obviously, I'm hearing need a date, give me a call. So this was some sort of escort service energy that on their own, possibly there was a third party site that they could just go and make these occasions, these dates. So they weren't like really like completely randoms off the street, but you know, they were. Okay, so community reverse fell out on the floor in this position. So reverse. Let's see what else is here, Spirit. Please let the cards fall as they may. Thoughts card. So yeah, they definitely executed this plan of I gotta say something. And look at the thoughts card, y'all. Look at this person watching. They're painting a narrative of, you know, this is giving me obsession, but also something being on repeat. So possibly this Knight of Wands became obsessed with this Queen of Swords just from the messages because they felt that they were being singled out. So the more that they thought about this Queen of Swords, the more they thought about how much they're being called out. So it just became one of those things where it was just a given. They didn't have to see this person to acknowledge them. They could hear the words in order to hear the words to be able to paint the picture of what things look like. That's what I'm getting from the thoughts card. They had a lot to go off of in their mind in regards to how they were being called out from this Queen of Swords. Courthouse card fell out on the floor, y'all. So this could have a lot to do with that leadership stance that, even that they're taking by speaking the truth, because this whatever went on in the courts is having made them confess to whatever that was. Bottom of the deck, we have distance horizon. So this means going away, travel, possibly just being released here, because I'm seeing these colored flags as like balloons. It's giving me like release energy. You know how you release balloons to memorialize or remember someone? All right, y'all. That's what we have. I hope this helps.